He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for Seeking Sister Wife. This is season 2, episode 1. Man, I remember season 1, and I kept thinking, like, is it going to get a season 2? Season 1 was good and crazy, and we're on to season 2. I hope everybody's having a great MLK Day. I am off work today. It's 3 o'clock in the morning right now, but it's still MLK Day. So, yeah, if you have not done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel and become a whole Jaybird, Jaybird, dun, 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 dun. Okay, you know, I'll be giddy at night. Do not forget to also like, comment, and share this video. To follow me on my social media, you know, J_Lee's_corner on IG. To follow me on IG, on Twitter, on Facebook. The links are all in the description box below. So is my email address. So is my P.O. Box address. So is my Teespring link. Also shop my Teespring merchandise. You can also see it below. It should be like a little pictures of it. You know, you never know. Teespring, because sometimes YouTube be acting funny. And it don't always be there, but it should be there. Get you a t-shirt, a hoodie, and all that good stuff. And we still have more stuff to come on my Teespring website. So, let's get into the show. So, last season, which was the first season, of course, because it's season 2, there were 3 families last season. Now, this season, we have 4 families. Now, one of the families from last season is not on this season. I wonder if something happens with them, or why they did not come back for this season. They had issues. The one family who did not return this, and I reviewed season 1. So if you are new to my channel and you are wondering what happened on season 1, there's a whole playlist for Seeking Sister Wife season 1. I reviewed the whole thing, so go back and look at those old videos. So this season, the first new, because it's the 4 people. This one we have this 2 from last season and 2 new people. So the first group of, you know, couple, we have the McGees. So this is the McGees. We have Bernie and Paige McGee. They have been married for 16 years, and they are looking to add a sister wife. Okay. Sister wife, it ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like sharing my dick. I don't like sharing my man's penis, okay? I'm not a sharer at all. I'm not into that kind of stuff or whatnot. But, you know, these people, families, spouses, couples, want to live is it polygamy? Plural family. It's different name for it. It's polygamy. You have plural families. You just have sister wife families or whatever. Girl, okay. So, again, they have been married for 16 years, and they're looking to add their first sister wife. So, they live in a trailer. Okay, a little camper trailer. They have 4 kids. She had 2 kids from her first marriage, and they have 2 kids together. There are 4 kids total. They homeschool their children. Okay, we see that as well. They bring up how the reason they currently live in the trailer is because their home burned down last year, and so we've seen pictures of the burned down home or whatever. And so they said they live in a camper because they're now about to search for a sister wife. So they feel like if the sister wife happens to want them to move to wherever she is, because when they look for sister wives, they may not even live like in the same city, same state. They be all over. So they like, if you know the sister wife wants us to move, we kind of have the freedom to move somewhere else. Because I'm like, y'all can't get no sister wife in that trailer. You just can't. I mean, to have 4 kids, it's like 4 kids, 2 dogs, and them. I'm like, that's a lot. I mean, not that I couldn't. It's a thing where they choose to live like that. Maybe if it was just me and my husband in a camper trailer, it may not be that bad. They are parked somewhere where it's like right off a river or ocean, not ocean, like a river or whatever. So it's nice scenery. But, it's cramped in that camper. Okay, it's a cramped ass camper, if you ask me. So, I'm like, so the wife was the one who suggested they look for a sister wife. She said she was reading a scripture or whatever, and she was reading one that spoke on men having multiple wives, and she said something with her that's something just resonated with her, and, he like, yeah, and then she like woke me up the following day and said, like, I think you should have additional wives. And I was looking like, first of all, I would have asked her, is you gonna kill me? Like, is this a trick? Is this a joke? What's going on? Like, it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? They bring up how they have been searching for a sister wife for around 5 years, but they have not found the right one yet. I was like, okay, girl, okay. They bring up also how the last person they were dating, because they date. They try to find, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So they like last time they tried to find somebody that was dating somebody, that was courting someone, and the female happened to be really, really good friends of Paige. And so Paige was like, because it was a friend of mine, you know what I'm saying, there was some jealousy on my end. She admitted she was jealous, basically because there were some text messages between Bernie and the girl, and she read them and got jealous or whatever, and was wondering if him and the girl was having sex separately, because there are rules to this stuff. So like, you're not supposed to like have sex with that person until there's like some kind of commitment or agreement between the part. Girl, it's a whole bunch. But again, she says how she again was jealous. So Bernie then says he thinks it was less about her being jealous and more that the people around her, her friends or whatever, got in her ear, was like, maybe something going on behind your back. But I'm like, but if you want to be, living this plural lifestyle, your man is going to fuck that other woman. And how do you get jealous in the beginning? So, again, he was saying, like, I think it was the other people who was getting her jealous. She said, no, it was me. Okay, I was jealous, was all on me. I said, okay. So he tells her, like, he's ready to start looking again. He wondered if she's ready. Now, she says she is, but he said to her, like, I don't ever want to see you be jealous again. So, like, I just, I'm hoping that you're really ready to do it. And she says, yeah, I am. But she also says, it's still hard for me to think about my husband being with another woman. And I said, but that's the whole point of this. Like, it's weird to me how they like want the women are like, I want to live this lifestyle. Like, it's my decision. But in the next breath, I'm jealous. I don't want to, I just can't think of, I'm like, well, then don't be in their life. Just don't do it, okay? Just don't do it, or whatever. So that's the most that we see with this couple on this particular episode. So next we have a secondary new family called the Winders. Either the Winders or the Winders, I don't know. Now this couple, they seem weird to me, like almost like Children of the Corn grew up. Or, like, I don't know. It's just a little bit different. We have Colton, who was the husband. Tammy, who was on the left in the red shirt, who was the first wife. And Sophia, who was on the, Sophia's on the, my left. I don't know how y'all watch this. But Sophia's on the red shirt. And then Sophia is the second wife in the brown tan shirt. And so, yeah, I'm like, it's just weird with them. Like, they remind me of the couple who was no longer on this season from last season, who there was some weirdness between the wives. I mean, the couple went on. If you have not seen the first season, please go back and watch my reviews. The couple went on here this season, like, the wives were beefing. Like, the man had 3 wives, and the 3 girl, it was crazy. But they kind of remind me of that, okay? So they kind of say how they gave up religion and they are considered independent Mormons. They say how in the original times it was multiple wives, so that's what they want to go back to, if you say so. So Colton and Tammy have been married for over 8 years, and they have 1 child together. And they both have believed in plural marriages. He said he believed ever since he was a teenager. She said she also believed pretty early on, and how when they met and were dating, they were surprised that they both believed in this and wanted to live this way. And I'm like, girl. Okay. So we see that whole thing. He says what he likes so much about her is because he said we can be in the same room together for hours and only exchange a few words and we happy about that. It's a weirdness between them. I feel like it's a difference between, oh, well, me and my man can be in the same room doing different things and we gotta talk. But the way they said it was like they just don't talk at all. And I'm like, do y'all like each other? It's just, I got a weird vibe. I got a weird vibe from them. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, Tammy said that they believe that God lived plural marriages. So God lives within plural marriage. I said, you tell me Jesus is up in heaven with multiple wives? You know, I get a very weird vibe from these people. I just don't think God's there in heaven. Well, I just don't think he was also on earth. I don't know. Let me stop it. Anyway, so Sophia, in the little tannish brownish shirt, is the new sister wife. Now they don't say exactly how long him and her have been married, but I'm guessing about a year or 2 years or less. Mainly because the wedding photo has the daughter, and the daughter doesn't look too much older than she is now. So the daughter's young too. So I think she's like within a year. They've been married for maybe like a year. I would say a year or less, honestly, about it. So Tammy, the first wife, says how it was tough. Okay, it was tough with Sophia coming as a new wife. It was a weird point to where I felt jealous and I wondered what did she have that I didn't have. And I was like, y'all live a plural marriage. If you want multiple wives, I'm confused because I'm like, I just don't get. That's like me saying I want sex, but I don't want a dick. No, I'm gonna have to have sex with a penis if I want it. It's just like that's God telling me that he ain't up there living with multiple wives. But I keep hitting my thing. But it's just a weird vibe from them. We do see how But again, if you want to plural marriages, I mean, that's what you got to do. And anyway, if you want, that's like wanting a threesome, but then not want to add another person. Like you basically want not even threesome, because it's not about sex with them, but you just want something that you don't want, but then you get it. No, you want something, you get it, and you don't like it. That's what it is. So anyway, now they live in Utah, and in Utah, polygamy is against the law. Okay, and you can go to jail for it, literally go to jail, all kind of crazy stuff and whatever. They say how the reason they're doing a TV show was because they want to kind of just shed light on it or whatever, and show how there's nothing wrong with it and how the times need to change or whatever. But I feel like why live in the one state? I don't know how many states it's illegal in, but Utah is one of those states. Why live in a state where it's illegal and still do it? Why won't you just move states? Like that. And I know it's not easy to up and move, but I don't want to be somewhere where what I'm doing is illegal and I'm gonna keep doing it. Not only am I gonna keep doing it, I'm gonna do it on television. I don't want to go to jail. Jail ain't for me, okay? I don't want to be in jail getting ass raped. I'm a female, so I would get vagina raped, but you get it. Anyway, they say how for them, again, they're looking for a third sister wife, and they're waiting to see what God has sent their way. But I'm like, the first wife barely want to deal with the second wife, so should y'all really be adding a third wife? I don't know. Now, we do find out that they have 2 different houses. The producers are like, why don't y'all live in the same house? Because most of the time, sister wives, they all live in the same house. And so the wives both have their own homes, and he alternates nights on which home he stays in. Like every other night he's with the other one, basically. And the houses are 30 minutes apart. Okay, so he has to drive 30 minutes between his wife's houses, and he says whatever wife's day it is, that's where he sleeps, and that's where he wakes up. He wakes up, has breakfast. He then drives to the other one's house before work to see that wife before work, and then, goes about his day. And then he goes to the one house where his daughter is, spends time with her, and then, or if it's the other wife's day, who he does not have a daughter with, he'll go by her house to spend some time with her before the other wife comes and picks him up and takes him to her house. I'm like, he got a wife schedule? Like, he literally has to be at two women's houses every day because he alternates. And the only thing is, he just sleeps at one of the girls' houses each night. He's at both houses, depending on which day it is. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump day. I'm like, it's just weird to me. I don't care. Anyway, when they say, well, why don't y'all have all live together? He says, because we don't have a house big enough. And plus, he then said, like, if we get a third wife, we would have to get an even bigger house. And the first wife is like, I'm just not getting used to the second wife. I don't know if we should be adding a third wife. And I'm looking like, well, the show is called Seeking Sister Wives. So I think it's going to be a third one. Anyway, on this episode is Sophie's night, the second wife. So he and Sophie leaves, and he leaves his first wife and his daughter. Bye, daughter. Bye, first wife. Bye, daddy. I missed them already. And so he and the second wife drives over to her house, which is their house, the other house. And, she brings up how she's tired of hiding their relationship to the community, to the world, or whatever. Because, again, in Utah, they don't live openly with it. Girl. So she's like, I'm just tired of being a closet wife. I want to be out and open with it or whatever. I'm tired of, of not being able to freely, live my life. And he says, okay, we're going to come out in public and kind of announce that we are a whole polygamy family or whatever. And I have two wives. And, he said, hopefully we won't go to jail. I said, bruh. Okay. And that's all we heard from them this episode. Girl. Next, we have the Aldridge's family. Now, they were on last season. They were one of them who were on last season. They have since moved to Dakota. They lived in Utah last year. They've moved to Dakota because, again, it's against the law in Utah to live a polygamous lifestyle. I'm pretty sure the TV show did not help. Okay, I'm pretty sure the TV show, her face, I kept trying to get a picture of all three of them looking at the camera, and that was the best I could get of the second wife who was in the blue shirt. And she looks like, oh, this is some bullshit. But that's just the best picture I could get of them all looking at the camera. She wasn't looking like that the whole time. But, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, she looks like, help me, somebody. Anyway, I'm stuck. So, again, they moved to South Dakota because it's easier to be there and whatnot. So, that's Jeff, who was the husband, Vanessa, who was the first wife, and then Charisse. Is it Charisse? Charisse, who was the second wife. Now, he married Vanessa, who was on his left-hand side with, like, the mustard yellow shirt on. That's the first wife. They had been married, I don't know, how long they been married? Oh, wow, okay. But he met both women. As you can probably tell, they're both younger than him. And he met both women when they were like 18, 19, 20 years old. Anyway, and he was older than them. Let's just say that. I can't think of the exact ages, but, both girls were legally, an adult, but, it is what it is. So, he and Vanessa were married. They have 3 kids together. Charisse, who was the second wife, they have 4 kids together. And I'm like, that's a lot. So it's 7 children. Yep, 7. Now, last season, we saw they were dating a girl. What was her girl name? Marina? Was it? I think her name was Marina. They were dating her for a little bit of a time. And when she was supposed to come visit them, the first time she stood them up. The second time she came, she just kind of wasn't interested. You know what I'm saying? She got there and she was really interested over the phone and really interested over via video chat or whatever. But when she got there, she said because the first wife seemed a bit standoffish, and there was again 7 kids. She couldn't have more kids, even though they wanted more kids. It was a lot going on, and so she just ended up like just not being involved with them or whatever. And so we seen that. So not only did that happen last season, Vanessa, the first wife, thought she was 12 weeks pregnant. They had announced the baby, did like a little picture, a little photo shoot to announce the pregnancy and all that stuff. And when she went to see to her first ultrasound, she wasn't pregnant. She had a tumor. She thought she was 12 weeks pregnant. Okay, her belly was getting bigger and bigger and everything, and she thought she was pregnant. She had a tumor. I don't know if she ever took a test, or it's because she kept getting more and more. It was weird because when she went to the ultrasound, that was when it was like, "Are you sure you're pregnant?" And she's like, "Well, yeah," but I can't remember if she took a pregnancy test. But it was a tumor. So at the end of season 1, she ended up having to go have surgery to have the tumor removed. It was like a fake pregnancy. I forgot the term for it. Like a phantom pregnancy, basically. And so that was the whole thing. So I'm like, Lord. So now, she looks much healthier now because it was crazy last season. So since they moved to South Dakota, they live in like a little apartment, but the apartment has 4 bedrooms. But they have this land. So they have all this land, like a whole little ranch. And they're building a big house for them, all 7 children, and for them to have a third sister wife. Girl. So in the 4-bedroom little apartment they're in, both wives have a bedroom. Then the 7 kids share 2 bedrooms. And then the husband, Jeff, sleeps in whichever room of whichever wife's night it is. So the big house that they're building is going to be big enough for them all to be in there together, for one, but also so that each wife has her own like wing of privacy, like a private bedroom. They'll all share like the common space, like living room, kitchen, all that stuff. But their bedrooms be far enough apart to where it's as if they don't live together. So like everyone can have sex as loud as they want on separate ends of the house, girl. Anyway, so they have a a possible girlfriend, sister wife. Her name is Jennifer. So Jennifer is 30. That's Jennifer. She's 30 years old. She's a new possible sister wife. They met her, I think online they said or whatever. They say, Jeff says she's a firecracker. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, he said she's a firecracker. Some good things about that and some bad things about that too. He like, some things that are like, kind of different or whatever. He said if it goes unchecked and it gets wild, it may not work. Meaning, I need her to fall in line with what I want. Jeff, I mean, it ain't my lifestyle. Let me just say that. But again, when he said that, I was like, okay. So, they haven't met her in person. They've only talked to her on the phone, Skype, video, all that stuff. So we do see them, at the dining room table with all the kids. Okay, all 7 kids. You got 4 kids on one side, 3 kids on the other side. Basically, I'm like, it's a whole little Adams family mixed with the Brady family, mixed with the polygamous family. And they all just around the table, and the dad like, we're going to talk to Jennifer. We're going to call her, whatever, to talk to her. The kid like, oh, that's cool. Okay, the kids is like, okay, we used to this. So they do FaceTime her. The kids are there too. Hi, Jennifer. Hi. I'm like, it's really a whole little family. You know what I'm saying? They then ask her, like, hey, we've been talking only through the phone and, over chat or whatever. We're wondering if we can set up a time for us to come see you in person. And she's like, oh, yeah, that'll be great. I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? It'll be very exciting. We've been talking for a few months. This way, so it'd be great for us to get some face-to-face time. To, just kind of see what's going to be the next step. And I'm like, so they all going to visit her? I'm like, who going to watch all them goddamn kids? Like, who going to watch all them children? Or are you going to take 7 kids on a trip somewhere? I don't know where she lives, but I'm like, I'm hoping they don't have to fly, because to travel with 7 children and 2 wives, girl, who gonna watch some children? Okay, who is gonna watch them children? I don't know. So that's all we see with the Aldridges. I know I'm pronouncing that last name wrong, but you get what it is. And last but not least, the Snowdens. Last season, the Snowdens. Lord Jesus. We have Dimitri, who was 37 years old. We have Athy, who was 32 years old. They have been married for however long. I don't know. I can't remember how long it's been since they were married. They have 3 children together. Now, last season, it was a mess. Last season, Ashley was pregnant with their 3rd child. They were courting sister wives, okay? 2 of them. There were 2 sister wives. So, the first girl was a young girl. The girl was like 20, 21 years old or whatever. And, you know, the girl, they had been talking to her for a little while, and they both liked her. She came for the first visit to see them or whatever. Girl. Dimitri and the girl went on the first date, and he slept with her. Dimitri slept with her, and that breaks their rules. The rule for them, which they had said earlier in the season, last season, was they have a agreement to where you can't be sexually intimate with the person until we all have, you know, we all communicate that until there's some kind of solidified relationship. And again, this was Dimitri and the girl's first date. Because he gets to date her. And he slept with her on the first date. And when he told Ashley, she was mad. Okay. She was mad because he broke the rule. And then she was mad at the girl because the girl never told her. And so she felt like the girl was lying to her, and I can't have a sister wife if she gonna lie to me. Because they're like, a sister wife is also friends with the wife. So I will say, for the most part, Ashley was the type of sister wife, first wife, who really wanted to be friends with the sister wife, whereas the other girls seemed to be okay with it, but still have like this kind of hesitation with it. Where Ashley was like, I'm just mad because y'all had sex on the first date without really, you know what I'm saying, talking to me about it. Like it was a breaking of the rules. So we seen that. The second girl, so that didn't work out. The second girl, was a friend that Ashley met like through social media or whatever. And when she came to visit them, Dimitri acted like he did not like her because she was a thicker girl. And she wasn't big or whatever. She was thick thighs, you know what I'm saying, big boobs. She was a little bit thicker, okay? And on the episodes, he said something like, you know what I'm saying, she's bigger than I usually like. And he just seemed like he did not like her. So on this, they said in this episode how things with her did not work out for different reasons. So we're not dealing with her anymore. Anyway, they have been dating someone who've come to visit them one time already. And her name is Vanessa. So this is Vanessa. Vanessa's gorgeous. I love her lipstick. One of it's Fenty Beauty. I love the lipstick. Anyway, so that is Vanessa. Vanessa's 34, and Vanessa found them on social media. I'm pretty sure it was after the show aired because, I'm just saying, but who knows. Anyway, so Vanessa's their girlfriend. They've been dating her, Skype. She's been there for a visit or so, and so she's gonna come visit them again. And this time she'll be able to be with the kids. They want to see how she reacts to the kids, and also the kids react to her. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So we did later see Ashley and Dimitri having a conversation about the rules, regulations on what's gonna happen. And Ashley said, you know what I'm saying, the major rule is don't fuck her. Okay, you cannot have sex with her. Tell her she's beautiful. You can think she looks great. You know what I'm saying? You can be attracted to her. That's fine. But do not have sex with her. The producers do ask Ashley, like, do you think he'll mess up again and have sex with the girl, on the first date or whatever? And she says, I hope he won't. Okay, I hope he won't. Dimitri does, like, I'm human, you know what I'm saying? And the new sister wife is beautiful. Vanessa's beautiful. But however, I don't want to risk losing my wife or this potential relationship we both come accustomed to, okay? And I'm like, I just can't do it. And we just see Vanessa comes to town, and you know what I'm saying, she brings up, because that was her, this is her when she got there. And she just says how she's just happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? How before, when she was younger, she never thought about being a sister wife. And then recently, she just kind of fell into the lifestyle and got, she thought more openly about it and wanted to try it. And so she reached out to Dimitri and Ashley. She said, so now she's open to being a sister wife, but she's like, I don't want to mess anything up and lose this. For the most part, it's about sharing the dude. Okay, he would get to have sex with both women. That's the same thing for all of these couples. It's not even about the wives being together, but they're just basically sharing a penis. That's really it. I was like, girl, and that's how the episode goes off. So I'm interested to see how the season progresses. We saw a couple of previews for the rest of the season, and it looks juicy. Okay, very juicy. So make sure to tune into my reviews every week. Okay, again, go back and watch my season 1 review just to get kind of caught up or whatever. Just to get caught up on what's going on. And I will see y'all next week. Okay, peace.
He's like love, 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 and music.